So I'm out of Twitter jail. Thank you for your support and for your concern. Now, I was listening to the Quiggin report where he was talking about the title, I guess it was a series, the 12 Trolls of Christmas. I was listening to the one about John Tory, and I wanted to share it with you. So please make sure you go to the description. I'm going to put a whole bunch of links again for you, lots of homework to listen to and share with everyone you know. The one about John Tory was interesting because right now Toronto is experiencing an incredible amount of violence, to the point that there has been reports stating that the crime rate in Toronto has exceeded the crime rate of New York. Yet, the social contract seems to be no more, where our elitist leaders like John Tory wants to strip citizens of their handguns. In a part in time where violence has skyrocketed. However, he himself, John Tory, walks around with full police as well as security detail. So what does that say but blatant elite hypocrisy from his side? The other interesting thing in this report was about the Dundas Street Mosque. And John Tory's relationship with this mosque, which is very, very interesting and fascinating. The Dundas Street Mosque is a Muslim Brotherhood mosque by their own admission. No one's laying any accusations against anybody here. Dr. Atiyah, who is the executive director and originally from Egypt, stated to a reporter that here we follow the teachings of the Muslim Brotherhood. Yet John Tory goes to this mosque as a part of his election campaign in 2018 and says to the people, "It was a pleasure to join the Muslim Association to celebrate Eid al-Adha." Meanwhile, John Tory condemns supplications which have come out of these radical mosques with death threats and wishes against all who are non-Muslim, mainly the Jews and the polytheists. Yet then he goes over to this mosque on his election, campaign, and goes to celebrate and love them and celebrate Eid al-Adha and show them his support. So this is interesting. After he says something like, "This type of hate has no place in our city," on anti-Semitism, why is he going to this mosque and visiting it after they themselves admitted that they follow the teachings of the Muslim Brotherhood? And we know where the Muslim Brotherhood stands with anyone who's not Muslim. They don't really want them to be alive. The other interesting thing that I came across was a person by the name of Muslih Khan. Now, Muslih Khan is a Canadian Saudi-born imam, and he is affiliated with the Islamic Institute of Toronto, but he also is the chaplain for the Toronto Police. This man is an interesting character. In 2013, he put out a video. I'm going to attach everything in the description. You really should go visit it and look at everything. The video itself is about an hour long. I tried as much as I could to watch it, but it was very difficult. So I took some highlights to read to you here, and I'm going to leave the video in the description for you to watch on your own so that you can see who the Toronto police have chosen as a chaplain to help them deal with the Muslim community, I'm presuming, because I don't know why the Toronto police would need a Muslim chaplain or whatever you want to call him. The video was the rights and responsibilities of the wife. And by the way, this video created quite a bit of backlash after it was released in 2013. They have deactivated all the comments. You can't comment on the video. And there was another article that I'm going to link that was put out by the CBC where the chaplain says, "Oh, you know, you took my words out of context. And yeah, maybe I should rethink the words, whatever. We know all this, you know. Every time they preach hate, these supplications, they preach hate, death to the Jews, they tell you, oh, it's out of context. I'm not sure what context death to the Jews, it can be a good thing, but that's the usual excuse, it's out of context. So I'm going to highlight the things he discusses in his video for you in Canada, in Toronto, in 2013. He wanted to talk about the duties of the wife, obedience at all times to the husband, halal relationship with her husband, not admitting anyone into the house the husband dislikes. Yep, Western values. Asking her husband's permission before leaving the house, like a child. Serving her husband because the husband is the Amir. Amir means prince. So the chaplain for the Toronto Police is advising the women to treat their husbands as the prince of the house because he's the main decision maker in the home. Not my words, his words. You can check it in the video. And then he also talks about the right of the wife. In the like, he begins another chapter in the video called The Rights of the Wife, where he says that the husband can yell at her, but he should really buy her flowers after he yells at her if she disobeys him. And then he also discusses the duty of the husband to make the wife establish prayer. And then, wow, like, yeah, this is amazing. So he did come under fire for this incredible video that that he created, where he also discussed how a woman must make herself available to the husband and not withhold his right from him without a valid excuse, such as an illness or obligatory fasting. Yeah, he discusses that. And then, in an article that I'm going to link, the Toronto imam, who the police use as a chaplain, explains the relationship between Muhammad and his 9-year-old wife, Aisha. And I'm not going to really give you, I'm not going to read it out, but you should definitely go look at it, especially the part where he calls a 9-year-old child a woman. Do you think, why are the Toronto police, why is this man associated with the Toronto police? I really want to know. Like, do they, when there's a problem between a Muslim man and his wife, do they bring this chaplain in to you know, resolve the dispute in an Islamic manner? Have we already begun segregating people in this country based on their religion? So Muslims should follow Sharia law and non-Muslims shouldn't? Until when? Until we decide that Sharia law is the only way, only path in Canada? I'm really confused about all this, so I would really like, maybe you guys can help me understand. Why does the Toronto police need a Muslim chaplain? Why? So in the description, you're going to find all these links. Also, please support my podcast. If you haven't listened to it, sign up to the email list. Thank you very much, everyone.